Have you ever wondered why the colorful paradise of underwater life, the coral reefs, sometimes turn into ghostly white graveyards? Welcome to a journey beneath the waves, where we explore the vibrant world of coral reefs. These aren't just pretty underwater landscapes, no, they're bustling metropolises teeming with life, with every nook and cranny housing a different resident. From the tiniest plankton to the grandest of sea turtles, a multitude of marine species call these reefs home. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows under the sea. There's a mystery lurking in the depths of the ocean, a strange and dangerous transformation that these reefs undergo. Our focus today is on a phenomena that has baffled scientists and nature enthusiasts alike: coral bleaching. Now, the term bleaching might bring to mind images of white laundry or hair treatments, but when it comes to corals, it's a whole different ballgame. You see, corals are not just rocks or sea plants, they're living, breathing organisms that form a symbiotic relationship with tiny algae called zooxanthellae. These microscopic partners provide the coral with food and, in return, get a safe place to live. It's a win-win. But when something disrupts this perfect harmony, the corals expel their algae partners, causing them to turn stark white, hence the term coral bleaching. But why does this happen? What causes these vibrant underwater cities to turn into ghostly graveyards? And more importantly, what does this mean for the rest of the marine life that depends on these reefs? These are the questions that we'll be diving into as we explore the strange and dangerous world of coral reefs. So, are you ready to take the plunge? To delve into the mysteries that the ocean holds? To understand the phenomenon that turns vibrant, bustling cities of marine life into ghostly, desolate landscapes? Dive with us into the depths of this mystery as we unravel the story behind these ghostly transformations. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are home to a quarter of all marine species. Just as trees in a forest provide shelter and sustenance to a plethora of creatures, these underwater metropolises of coral are teeming with life in all shapes and sizes. From the smallest plankton to the largest predator, the coral reef is a bustling ecosystem where every organism has a role to play. Imagine a city under the sea, a labyrinth of colors and shapes where the architecture itself is alive. This is the world of coral reefs. Each coral is a colony of tiny animals, polyps, that work together to build this living city. They are the architects of this underwater world, creating structures that provide homes for countless other species. But the role of corals extends far beyond just providing shelter. Corals are the farmers of the sea, cultivating algae within their tissues that convert sunlight into food. This symbiotic relationship not only sustains the corals themselves but also supports a diverse range of marine life. It's a bustling marketplace where nutrients are exchanged and life thrives. And just as our human cities are protected by walls and fortifications, the coral reefs serve as natural barriers that shield coastlines from the destructive power of storms and erosion. They are the guardians of our shores, absorbing the energy of waves and reducing the risk of floods and property damage. But these vibrant, bustling cities beneath the waves are not just teeming with life, they are also teeming with stories. Stories of survival, of symbiosis, of competition, and of cooperation. Each organism, from the tiniest microbe to the largest shark, has a tale to tell in the grand narrative of life beneath the waves. Yet as we delve deeper into this underwater world, we begin to see that not all is as it seems. Beneath the surface of this bustling metropolis, a silent crisis is unfolding. But beneath this vibrant and bustling underwater city, a grim reality is taking hold. Coral bleaching, a strange and alarming phenomenon, is turning our vibrant underwater worlds into ghostly white wastelands. Let's dive deeper into this bleaching scenario. Corals, though they may appear to be just pretty underwater ornaments, are in fact colonies of tiny living organisms known as polyps. These polyps are in a symbiotic relationship with microscopic algae called zooxanthellae. This means that they rely on each other for survival. The corals provide a home for the algae, and in return, the algae through photosynthesis provide food that fuels the growth and survival of the coral. However, when corals are stressed due to changes in conditions such as temperature, light, or nutrients, they respond negatively. One of the most significant stressors, particularly in our current era of climate change, is a rise in seawater temperatures. When the water gets too warm, corals get stressed, and they expel the symbiotic algae living in their tissues, causing them to turn completely white. This is called coral bleaching. It's like the corals are putting up a white flag, a signal of distress. No, the corals aren't dead, They are under stress and they can recover if the water temperature drops and the algae are able to recolonize them. But if the stress continues, the corals will eventually die, leading to a decline in reef ecosystems. Why should we care? Coral reefs are not only beautiful and a source of joy for divers and snorkelers, they are also a vital part of the ocean ecosystem, providing habitat and food for a myriad of sea creatures, acting as a buffer for shorelines, and even playing a role in producing the very air we breathe. The bleaching phenomenon is a significant indicator of the health of our oceans and our planet. It's a global alarm bell ringing out, a call to action for all of us. The brilliant colors fade, and the life-sustaining relationship between corals and their algae is severed. This is not just about corals, it's about the intricate web of life that depends on them, and ultimately, it's about us. This isn't just a problem for the corals, the whole ocean ecosystem is at stake. Picture the ocean without its vibrant coral reefs. It's like imagining a forest without its trees. Coral reefs, often dubbed the rainforests of the sea, are the lifeblood of the ocean, supporting a quarter of all marine species. Their decline due to bleaching events is more than just an environmental issue. It's a crisis for biodiversity, threatening the survival of countless marine creatures who rely on these underwater cities for food and shelter. But the ripple effects of coral bleaching don't stop at the water's edge. They permeate far beyond, impacting human communities in ways you might not expect. For many coastal communities around the world, coral reefs are the backbone of their economies. They attract tourists, support local fisheries, and even protect the coastlines from storm surges and erosion. The loss of these reefs could mean the loss of livelihoods for millions of people. Moreover, coral reefs are a crucial source of new medicines. These underwater ecosystems are a treasure trove of unique biological compounds that have already led to breakthroughs in treatments for diseases like cancer and HIV. The disappearance of coral reefs could slam shut this promising avenue of medical research. From an economic standpoint, the value of coral reefs is staggering. They provide billions of dollars in goods and services each year, from tourism and fisheries to coastal protection. But as the bleaching events become more frequent and severe, these benefits are at risk. Just as a stone thrown into a pond causes ripples across the water's surface, the effects of coral bleaching radiate outwards, impacting not just the marine life within the reefs, but also the human communities that depend on them. The dying coral reefs are not just a warning sign of the ocean's distress, but a red flag for humanity. Their loss signals a disruption in the delicate balance of life under the sea, a balance that, once tipped, could be nearly impossible to restore. The ripple effects of this underwater catastrophe reach far beyond the ocean's depths. So, what's causing this ghostly transformation of our coral reefs? To answer this question, we need to delve into the three main culprits: global climate change, pollution, and overfishing. Global climate change is seen as the leading cause of coral bleaching. As the Earth's temperature rises, so do the ocean's surface temperatures. Corals are sensitive creatures, and even a slight increase can cause them to expel the symbiotic algae living within them, leading to their bleached, ghostly appearance. Next, we have pollution. This comes in many forms, from plastic waste to chemical runoff. These pollutants can smother corals or poison them, leading to disease or death. Even sunscreen used by swimmers and divers can cause harm if it contains chemicals harmful to corals. Overfishing also plays a significant role. When the balance of the marine ecosystem is disrupted, certain species can overpopulate and become destructive to corals. Parrotfish, for example, are critical to coral health as they eat the algae that can smother corals. But overfishing can decimate these helpful species, allowing harmful algae to take over. But there's hope. Scientists and conservationists worldwide are working tirelessly to combat these issues. They're studying ways to breed supercorals that can withstand higher temperatures. They're advocating for cleaner oceans and responsible fishing practices. They're even using technology, like 3D printing, to create artificial reefs that can provide a home for marine life while natural reefs recover. These efforts aren't just about saving the coral reefs. They're about preserving the entire marine ecosystem that relies on these reefs. They're about ensuring the survival of countless species of fish and other marine life. They're about protecting our planet's biodiversity and the livelihoods of millions of people dependent on these marine resources. The mystery of the coral reef's ghostly transformation is being unraveled, and the solutions are within our reach. The fate of our coral reefs hangs in the balance, and it's up to us to tip the scales in their favor. In our journey today, we've explored the vibrant world of coral reefs and the menacing threat they face. We've delved into the stunning yet strange behavior of these underwater marvels, and the perils that shadow their existence. We've seen the bleaching phenomenon, a stark warning of the danger looming, yet amidst the threats, the beauty and mystery of these reefs continue to captivate us. The story of our coral reefs is a tale of beauty, mystery, and peril. A tale that isn't over yet. As we to unravel the wonders of our planet, don't forget to subscribe for more interesting facts about our amazing planet.